Corey Woods, born January 12, 1970, better known by his stage name Raekwon /ray-KWON Raekwon, is an American rapper. He rose to prominence as a founding member of the hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan, which achieved mainstream success following the release of their debut album Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, in 1993. Raekwon would subsequently pursue a solo career, releasing his first solo album, entitled Only Built for Cuban Links, in 1995. The album received critical acclaim and is regarded by many critics as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time, as well as a staple of 1990s rap. Whereas his next two albums, Immobilarity in 1999 and then The Lex Diamond Story in 2003, drew mixed reviews, his fourth album, long delayed, Only Built for Cuban Links, PT2, released in September 2009, was likened to The Godfather 2. Recognized for his street epics that are straightforward yet linguistically rich, Raekwon is ranked among leading rappers. Meanwhile, he founded the record label Ice H20 Records. Early life. Raekwon was born Corey Woods in Brownsville, Brooklyn, where he was raised by his mother during his early childhood. His father was an addict. Raekwon only met his father once when he was 6 years old. On that occasion, his father brought him to meet his paternal grandmother, also for the first time, and then snuck out of the apartment. Raekwon moved with his mother to Staten Island after his mother was robbed. They were living in Park Hill by the time Raekwon was adolescent. Raekwon attributes the name Raekwon to the 5% Nation, an offshoot of the Nation of Islam, when he was a young kid. He converted to Islam in 2009. Growing up, he witnessed his mother being hit and abused by different men, an experience which he said affected him a lot. As a young man, his mother kicked him out of their Park Hill home when Raekwon got into an argument with her boyfriend and his mother sided with the boyfriend. During this time, he spiraled into a pattern of hopelessness and violent behavior that he became addicted to cocaine and crack cocaine until he became aware of how the crack epidemic was affecting those around him, at which point it was an automatic stop. Raekwon and rap partner Ghostface Killah attended junior high school together on Staten Island. Raekwon attended New Dorp High School, where he befriended rappers Remedy, Method Man and Inspectah Deck. After being caught in a crossfire and accidentally shot 4 times, Raekwon began rapping in earnest. He later described being shot as an important eye-opener. Career. Wu-Tang Clan. Main article, Wu-Tang Clan. Woods first rapped as Shaw Raider. In 1992, he joined the Wu-Tang Clan, an originally 9-member rap group drawing mainly from the Staten Island but also from the Brooklyn boroughs of New York City. He rapped as Raekwon the Chef, and also used the aliases Lex Diamonds, Shala Raekwon, and Louis Rich. As recording artists, the Wu-Tang Clan debuted with the November 1993 album Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, which was later certified platinum. Its single Cream reached number 8 on the Billboard rap chart. Only Built for Cuban Links. In 1994, Raekwon signed a solo deal with Loud Records and released his debut solo single Heaven and Hell for the soundtrack to the film Fresh. His first solo album, Only Built for Cuban Links, was released on August 1, 1995. Sales lagged his fellow Wu-Tang member Method Man's To Call. Raekwon's album drew rave reviews, however, and it was promptly recognized as a classic. The album's narrative struggle is set to imagery of criminal activity, largely cocaine trafficking, and emergence from it into the good life. Wu-Tang member and house producer RZA, who produced the entire album, called it like a crime mafia story. Wu-Tang member Ghostface Killah rapped in over half of the album's tracks, and the two wrote some lyrics in Barbados and Miami. It also follows a cinematic narrative, inspired by mob and kung fu movies and a plethora of references and samples in which the main rapping lines with an ongoing story of struggle and success. Raekwon explained the lyrics' context as trying to get out the hood. We wanted to buy the most expensive cars and jewelry and different things like that. The album, he perceived, was only built for a certain lifestyle or people that understood that language. But eventually, it would break off to people looking at it as a movie and respecting it, saying, "Yo, wow. This is authentic. This is something that never been done before." Only Built for Cuban Links debuted at number 4 on the popular albums chart, the Billboard 200, and at number 2 on Billboard's Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums chart. It shipped about 130,000 copies in its first week and was certified gold, at least 500,000 copies shipped 2 months later, October 1995. Immobilarity and the Lex Diamond story. After only built 4 Cuban links, Raekwon featured on R&B group Allure's debut or 1997 album. He also featured alongside rappers Nas, Jadakiss, and Big Pun in rapper Fat Joe's song John Blaze. Raekwon's next album, Immobilarity, lacking RZA's record production and Ghostface Killah features, was issued in 1999 to mixed reviews. The Lex Diamond story, released in 2003 under major label Universal Records, also drew mixed reviews, most critics unimpressed while user reviews widely varied. Raekwon cited a low promotional budget. Only built 4 Cuban links. PT2. Raekwon in 2008. Raekwon planned to release only built 4 Cuban links. PT2 through record producer Dr. Dre's label Aftermath Entertainment in 2007. Raekwon credited the executive producer Busta Rhymes with restoring his Cuban links mindset, while most tracks were produced by RZA, who likened collaboration with Dr. Dre to Ian and Young styles. Amid many delays, as for sample clearance, the only built 4 Cuban links. PT2 track Surgical Gloves had been leaked already when the album was released by Raekwon's label, Ice H20, under major label EMI's distribution on September 8, 2009. The album features Wu-Tang members and affiliates as well as Slick Rick, Jadakiss, Busta Rhymes, Beanie Sigel, and others. Also in September 2009, MTV ranked Raekwon 10th among hottest rappers. In December, Hip Hop DX's 2009 awards named only built 4 Cuban links. PT2 Album of the Year, calling it the hip-hop equivalent to The Godfather 2, with Ray as revitalized as Marlon was. Raekwon won MC of the Year the prior year, Nas won while Hip Hop DX staff explained. Raekwon brought it back to lyrical, dope rap. He released an album that spoke to teens, 20-somethings, 30-somethings, and beyond. Without compromising, the chef made an edgy hip-hop record that refused to bastardize the catalog he laid down 15 years ago. On top of that, Ray, along with Ghostface, was a go-to for numerous rappers making albums, ranging from the Playaz Circle to Jadakiss to ray-KWON. That's beyond real, as was a year filled with performing in arenas, clubs, and even churches. When it came to mastering the ceremony, Ray had them all following the leader. Hip Hop DX. Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang. After the critical and relative commercial success of only built 4 Cuban links, PT2, Raekwon collaborated with Method Man and Ghostface Killah for Wu Massacre, a short trio album designed to showcase unity within the group. Following this release, Raekwon resurrected talk of Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang, a project announced in 2007, originally planned as a Wu-Tang album minus RZA, due to his response to the previous group album 8 Diagrams. Raekwon forwarded his projects continuously through his growing label Ice Water. He both worked on his own project while signing other underground artists. Although not a Wu-Tang Clan project, Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang was released in March 2011, serving as Raekwon's 5th solo LP.